Hey, this is Riley from McNaught. Today we're going to look at our 2016 Acura MDX all-wheel drive. This SUV is powered by a 3.5-liter V6 engine paired with a 9-speed automatic. Over here towards the front of the SUV, you're going to see those 5 LED crystal headlights. That's going to provide you excellent brightness on the highways at night. If we look further down here, you will see your plug-in for that engine block heater. As we move around to the side, these are 18-inch alloy wheels on all-season tires. Now, tires still have plenty of tread left on them. Moving on up, you're going to find your LED turning light indicators on the side view mirrors. As well, these mirrors do have blind zone monitoring on them. Taking a look at the door handles, you will find your proximity locks. Pressing the button once is going to unlock your vehicle. Pressing it twice is going to unlock all 4 doors. Now, before we step inside the vehicle, we're going to take a look at the key fob. So with your Acura, you do get 2 sets of keys. You have your standard lock, unlock, as well as your tailgate button. Now, to use the remote start, simply press the lock button once and then hold down that remote start button and your vehicle will fire right up. Alright, now taking a look at the inside of the Acura MDX, you're going to see it is an all black leather interior, as well as you got some nice wood grain trim throughout the cabin. Over here on the driver's door panel, you're going to find your power adjustable side view mirrors, your door locks, your window locks, and your power window controls. Further on up, you will notice this does have driver's memory seating for 2. Moving on a bit lower, you're going to find your tailgate button as well as your gas cap. Now, taking a look at the driver's seat, you're going to notice you do have fully power adjustable controls here, as well as your lumbar support. Moving on up, just next to the steering wheel, you're going to find a whole bunch of interesting buttons here. So this one's actually quite interesting. If you push this button right here, it's going to activate those front headlight washers. Very handy feature. Not many cars have this. Up here is your heated windshield button, your lane departure warning, your forward collision braking system, and your traction control. I also want to mention the steering wheel is fully power adjustable, and you do have paddle shifts on here as well. Now let's step inside. Alright, now that we've gone ahead and taken a seat inside the MDX, we're going to go over some of its features, starting with the steering wheel. But before we do that, I am going to mention this vehicle has 37,484 kilometers on it, meaning you've still got plenty of factory warranty left, as well as our GM certified pre-owned warranty, which is 90 days or 5,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. So plenty of life left in this vehicle. It's in excellent condition. Now, taking a look at that beautiful leather-wrapped steering wheel, over here towards the left, you're going to find your audio and radio controls, as well as your hands-free call button. Now, the steering wheel is heated, which is an excellent feature for our Winnipeg winters here. Moving on to the right, you're going to find your standard cruise controls, as well as a switch that's going to control the information displayed on that LCD screen on the dash. So you got plenty of information such as fuel economy, tire pressure, and your oil life monitor. It was very useful. Moving on a bit lower, you're going to find a couple more buttons here. This is your adaptive cruise control button, meaning if you're on the highway and you're following a vehicle at a reasonable distance, the vehicle is going to brake or accelerate just to follow that vehicle at the same speed under what you set on your cruise control. Now, you do also have lane keep assist, which is going to give you some feedback in the steering wheel. So if you start to drift over the line, the car is actually going to steer itself for you just to keep you within your lane. Now, heading on over to the infotainment system, you've got not 1 but 2 LCD displays. The bottom one over here is touchscreen, and the top screen, which is a little bit bigger, is not a touchscreen. So starting off with the first one, you're going to find all your climate controls as well as your radio controls on here. So you've got your standard XM radio, which comes for free for 3 months. You've also got your FM, AM, CD. You've even got a hard drive built into this system, as well as your USB connectivity and Bluetooth. Now, heading on further, you've also got an auxiliary input, so you've got plenty of different media options. You could connect basically any device to this system and you're going to get excellent sound quality. Now, if you take a look to this bottom row here on the screen, you're going to notice you have a lot of climate controls displayed over here. Both front seats are heated. I actually got them on right now. They feel great. Now, as we take a look at that top screen now, you're going to have your controls lower down here, and that's going to configure your top screen, which is mainly meant for your navigation, but you could also display some radio information on there as well. It's very handy. You've got plenty of media options in this vehicle. It's excellent. Now, perhaps one of the most interesting features about this Acura has to be that precision gear selector. Now, to switch into drive, simply have your foot on the brake and then push that drive button, and it's going to light up green so you know you're in drive. Now, putting it into reverse, have your foot on the brake, pull the little lever, and you will notice that rear camera is going to activate with trajectory, so as you steer the wheel, the lines will turn to guide you while you park. Now, the system does work in conjunction with those rear parking sensors, meaning you've got a lot of feedback when you're parking in the parking lot, and you're not gonna run into anything. So moving up over here, you are gonna find a little bit of storage space as well as a 12-volt outlet. You have 2 cup holders as well as plenty of storage space down here below the armrest. Now, if you look further down here, you are gonna find another 12-volt outlet as well as your auxiliary input and a USB port. You're also able to slide this closed if you want to hide whatever's in there. Now, this leather-wrapped armrest does double as a storage compartment. You've got a small amount of storage in here to keep some change, as well as a larger compartment that's actually pretty deep. You could fit quite a lot of stuff down here. As we head on up, looking at that auto-dimming mirror, just above that, you're going to find your garage door transmitters, as well as that slide and tilt sunroof. You also find your interior cabin lighting in here, as well as a emergency response button here. Now, opening this compartment is going to reveal storage for sunglasses, and this is a better look at that overhead sunroof. Now let's take a quick peek into the back seat of the MDX. As you notice, the luxury continues back here. You've actually got plenty of legroom. You could comfortably seat 3 full-size adults back here. Now, there's no heated seats, but you do have your own climate controls. That's very handy. Here's a better look at that front dash. Now, I'm going to show you a cool feature here. You've actually got a 3rd row in the back seat here. So to get into that 3rd row, simply push the button on the 2nd row seats, and they're going to fold down and slide forward up against the driver's seat. So now you've actually got plenty of space to get into that 3rd row seating, which has room for 2 more. As we slide that seat forward, you're also able to fold it flat if you want to have more cargo space. So pulling up that handle is going to collapse the seat. And once again, you could do the same thing for that individual seat over there, and you've got plenty of flat storage space if you want to put more things in the trunk, which I'm going to show you right away. All right, now moving around to the back of the MDX, you do have a couple options for that rear tailgate. Remember, you have the button on your key fob over here, or you've also got a handy button right below the Acura logo, which will open up that power lift gate. So back here, you are going to find quite a bit of storage space. You have a neat little compartment down here, which is actually going to reveal some more storage space if you want to keep that hidden. Now, if this isn't enough for you, simply pull the handle right here. You'll notice that headrest is going to fall right down, and then give it a nice little push and it'll fold down flat. So here's a better look with all 4 seats folded down flat. You've actually got plenty of cargo space back here if you have a few suitcases or golf clubs. So if you want to come on down and take a look at the Acura MDX for yourself, or even go on a test drive, feel free to contact us at McNaught Cadillac, and we'll be glad to help.